Good evening, everybody. How's everybody this evening? Oh, welcome to Thursday train time. See him already? Ready for Christmas? Santa hat on. And tonight we're having a Thomas the Tank running session. So tonight going around, we have the Duck pulling a milk wagon and some devious wagons or naughty trucks. Devious Devil pulling some of Gordon's coaches. And of course, we got Thomas going around pulling Clarabelle and Anna, or Annie. And we've got Bill pulling some circus wagons. So all just for a bit of fun tonight. Let's see who's in the chat. You have to excuse me. I've still got that nasty cough, so I'll probably be hacking my way through this live stream tonight. And also, we've had a few power cuts today. And trouble with the internet. So if I disappear offline, it'll be one of those two reasons. Right, let's see what's going on. Right, let's get into the chat and say hello to everyone. Who we got? Hot Dog Pilot Andy, first in. Well, I don't know if you were. I seen a message come in from Elizabeth, Turco 00, about 5 o'clock. But I can't see that message now. It's disappeared. Flymo's in. Hi, Flymo. How you doing? Tom Houston Motorell. Good evening, Tom. Lost a couple of trees due to Doris. Oh, last 3 days cutting and splitting a big chestnut tree. Ooh, that's going to be tough work. Mick92, good evening. Wolfsec Scenics VW, good evening. Who else we got in? Ashley, WCML Train Swatter, good evening, Ashley. How you doing? Dara's Locomotive Shed, hi, Dara. Shakira Densha, Christopher, good evening, Chris. How you doing? And Brian Maddington as well. Hi, Brian. Do you get any damage from Dara up your way? Anybody else get any bad damage? Who else we got in? General Aviation, good evening. Simon, the Trains Model Railway Showcase, good evening. Time, it's 10 o'clock. James Wally, good evening, James. How you doing? Lintree Times Linden, good evening. How you doing? Arnville's in. Hi, Arnville. Jobbers Crunch Hole, good evening. Are those all Hornby models? Yes, they are. Yes, they're. In fact, they're all. It's a complete Hornby running tonight. And Dublin's getting cold. Ooh. So to keep the cough to yourself. I'll try. Oh, Ironville's heading to the shops tomorrow. Buying tomorrow the Hornby Locomotion 1 from my local model shop, Great Eastern Models in Norwich. Yay. I have been to that shop. Oh, a few years ago, I was working in Norwich for about 6 weeks. And I did pay a visit to them. And I must admit, they were, it's a lovely model shop, very helpful. I picked up, I think, 6 or 7 of the Railroad Teak LNER coaches. Must be very local power cuts. Nothing happening in Letterkenny. All right. Flymo's doing well. Joshua WFix Gaming, good evening. Yes, indeed, Simon. That storm was something. Friday night, we were in the eye of the storm, so it was dead calm here. And then about 10 past 11 at night, it just hit. There was no build-up. There was no nothing. All of a sudden, the window was bowing. The rain was battering off it. We didn't lose power, thankfully, that night. Everyone around us seemed to lose power, but we had power all through the night. No damage done here. A couple of plant pots blown over. That was about it, because we'd taken everything in, of course, beforehand. My dad had part of his shed roof ripped off. I was out there yesterday helping him put some new sheets back on it. Other than that, there wasn't too much damage. Fallen trees and everything. Museum seemed to survive as well. I say, but last night, during the night, we had a power cut for about 3 hours. Now, according to locals, a transformer in the local area caught fire last night. So that knocked a large part of Donegal town and the surrounding areas out, but they seem to have fixed it. Went out again for about 20 minutes today. I presume that's them doing some reconnections. But the funny thing is we've had trouble with the internet. It keeps just randomly just going off for 5-10 minutes and then coming back. Hope you guys all survived it. I wonder if RG Trains will be in, because Holyhead got like the boats can't go into Holyhead. It's wrecked the port. I think they're still reckoning it's going to be another couple of days before they can go back in. So I wonder how those guys are doing. I'm in Norfolk, just a bit of wind. Saw a video from the Welsh Highland Railway and they had trees over the line. Yeah, there's a lot of trees down. Yeah, actually, I'm not doing too bad. Bit of a sore throat still. Had a hectic week this week between the storm Friday night. So I was saying last Thursday, big family night for the toy show and stuff like that. Then Saturday, I was down in Dublin. Son was going to a concert, so I was down there. Managed to pop into Mark's Models, so I picked up another one of the Ginties. So that's to go into the museum. So that's thanks to channel members and all you guys who sit through the ads and everything like that. All that money goes towards buying stuff for the stock. So thank you very much. And then Sunday, Monday, I wasn't feeling too well again. And Monday was, I think I ended up spending most of the day in bed. I was just wrecked. And then Tuesday, I had to drive to Galway. Yesterday, then I was out helping my dad. It was the youngest school play, so I had to go to that. And the day just got away from me. And then today I was down in Sligo. Back up again to do this. So there's no video out this week because I just haven't had a chance to do anything. There is stuff I need to do, but I just haven't had a chance. As I said last week, the videos will be sort of far and few between now because of Christmas and that and family time. Ryan says, no damage. Thank you very much. Dara behaved himself. How's your Adam, sir? My Adam is fine. He power cut last night. He didn't enjoy waking up in the dark, and he came down to us, which meant I didn't get great night's sleep last night because, you know, any of you who have kids who get in the bed with you, they sort of sleep diagonally. So their head's in the back of one and their feet's in the back of the other. So it was an uncomfortable night. He seemed to sleep okay, but, you know. I see Duck. Yes, I've got Duck going around. I've got Bill pulling circus wagons. Say Duck is pulling a milk wagon and some of the naughty trucks, naughty wagons. And of course, Thomas is going around with Annie and Clarabelle. And Devious Diesel is running around with some of Gordon's coaches. I have a Gordon on the way. She says, the worst damage we had with the storm was just a few trees down. General Aviation, can you tell me good model shops? Well, where are you, General Aviation? Where are you based? What sort of general area do you live in? We don't need your exact address, but, you know. Yep, it's Thomas theme tonight. Yeah, I did say last week, and I was rushing around. I got back here about 5 o'clock. I thought I did say Thomas night. I got them out. Duck ran fine, no problem at all. The rest of them needed just a bit of a clean and a run on the rolling road to run them in. But they've been running around here now for about the last 2 hours. No bother. The odd derailment every now and again because the wagons are very light, and if, you know, they hit something or whatever, hop off. But it seems to be the circus wagons that are derailing because I have put some weights in some of them because they did have that problem before. Is this your last? No, I plan to be on next week. The Thursday after that would be Boxing Day or St. Stephen's Day. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to go live that day. I may not. So I don't know what I'm going to do. It all depends on the day and how busy we are. Because in our house, that's when we have our big dinner, is on St. Stephen's Day. We have this tradition on Christmas Day. We don't do the dinner. We just get a load of party food from Iceland, bung it in the oven, put it on the table, and you can spend the whole day just grazing, enjoying, watching TV. Kids can play with their toys, although my kids are bigger now, so they don't necessarily have toys. But when they were younger, it was just a far better way just to have a relaxed day. Breakfast is usually a selection box. And then we might do something, some bacon or something for sort of breakfast, brunch, and then just a buffet. Just a very relaxed, easy day. Oh, Valerie's in. Hi, Valerie. How you doing? I was in the warehouse at work, could hear the wind. Sounded like a ghostly cow. Oh, over 75. Ian, how are you doing? Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the video. That's the other thing I haven't done is anybody who's left comments on my videos for the past couple of weeks, I just haven't got around to sitting down and answering them. I usually do that. See, there we go. One derailment. I usually do that on a Monday. But of course, I wasn't very well this Monday, so it didn't happen. I performed in a Christmas karaoke today. Did you, Josh? Well, I hope you had fun. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the banger video anyway. Moreland Model Railway, Andy. Hi, Sandy and everyone. We had a great storm, but no damage to us, so that's good to hear. Moneybrook Junction, good evening. What's the best model shops in Donegal? Well, there isn't any model shops in Donegal. My closest shop to me is Modeller's Corner in Enniskillen. If you look through my videos, you'll see a video I done on it and the layout I built for their window, which is actually in their window at the moment. And then, of course, if you're in Dublin, it's Mark's Models. They've got one in Hawkins Street, 7 Hawkins Street, I think it is, in the centre. Then they've got one out in Rathcoole, I think it is. And then they've got one in Cork. Oh, there's a wind turbine blown over as well in Anglesey. Trevor Veal, good evening, Trevor. How are you doing? Yeah, I hope they are okay, because it seemed to be really bad. Because Rob was texting me that evening, and he was asking how I was. At the time, I think it was about midnight or 1 in the morning. I just was getting into bed, and it was windy here, but it wasn't anything. You know, you wouldn't go out in it, but saying that, Donegal, we're used to weather and wind and rain and everything like that. So if there's a storm coming, it's like, it was a red warning and everything, but it's just like, oh yeah, it's some weather. But I think because we're used to it around here, the trees we have don't necessarily come down unless they're old and dead. And as well as that, the reason a lot of power lines come down is trees fall on them. And I know over the past 20 years, they've invested a lot of time and money in going around and making sure all the main lines are clear off trees. So a tree is not going to fall and bring down the power lines and short everything out. Jerry BVR, good evening, Jerry. How are you keeping, sir? Hope you're well. Hanning Rest Model Railway, good evening. How are you doing? Maura Curtin's in as well. Hi, Maura. Oh, here's Andrew, Shortbread Express. How are you doing, Andrew? Are you buying yourself a model for Christmas? Of course I am. It's winging its way here as we speak. Can talk tonight because my missus is away at a play, so she won't be listening. I was in the farm climbs. Yeah, you know what it's like. You're just like, oh, a foot in the back or an elbow or. I confirm the hotel is booked for Motherwell, Scotland, 2025. Very good, Simon. That reminds me, I have got to put posts up about the show we're putting on the same weekend. I have got to sort that out. Just, this time of year, time just gets away from you so quickly because it's so busy, so much going on. Any good model? No, I answered that one, Generator. There is no model shops in Donegal. Am I that behind with the chat already? Could you successfully model the Thursday Railway in Z gauge? I suppose you could if you had lots of patience. But I think with the other gauges, it's whether you can get the stock. Duck looks quackers to me. Tonight I am on the Fanta Lemon. I was in Iceland last week and they had a crate of this on special. Oh, you have family in Donegal, do you? Well, if you're coming up to Donegal, you'll probably be coming through Enniskillen, and that's where the model shop is. That's actually in Northern Ireland. So I hope to get back to the Glasgow show in February. Truly great. Oh, Brian, I was hoping you weren't going next year because I was going to look for your help with our show. I had you lined up to operate one of the models. -7. Yeah, the past couple of days has been cold. Like I had to drive to Galway yesterday. It was -2 in the house here. On the way down, it hit -5, and it didn't. When I got to Galway, it was still -2. In fact, it was that cold. The ice that was on my bonnet when I left here was still there when I got to Galway. Of course, that weather, the washers never thawed out, so I had to stop every half an hour or so, pour some water over the windscreen so I could see out. Raymond Legs, good evening. How are you doing? And hi to anyone there who's lurking in the background or anybody who's watching this on a rerun. Barry Walker, good evening. How are you doing? Did you ever sort out sending me that video? Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, Leslie's in as well. Leslie Gibbon Railways. Good evening, Leslie. Thank you for sharing the video. Sorry, Ian. Oh, yeah, thanks for sharing the video. It all helps. Yeah, it's one of those coughs that just won't go away, Oh, Josh has been to the Rathcoole store. Yeah, I was there on Saturday. Actually had quite a nice. So went to IKEA, went around the M50, going to Rathcoole, dropped my son and his girlfriend off at the Red Cow on the Lewis line so they could get it in. Carried on to Rathcoole, had a quick look around, bought the gin tea, hopped back in the car. I was going to go and see my auntie, but she was out at a 60th party, so she wasn't in. So then I just went back to the airport. Beside the new runway, they got a couple of new laybys there. I parked up there, had some snacks, watched the planes. Well, it was dark, but watched some YouTube. And that was it, really. And then about 10 o'clock, I went into the centre of Dublin, picked the guys up, and back up to Donegal. Oh, Andy's back. Oh, Simon went out in the storm for work. Oh. See, we had a red warning here, and under that, there's supposed to be no travel, bus services. If we had trains, everything would be cancelled. And like pubs and things like that have to close. No power for 24 hours, so thankfully no damage. Yeah, see, we're just prepared for it. Like I remember growing up in Donegal, If the power went out, you were looking at maybe at least 24 hours before it came back on. So you're prepared for it. I mean, I remember the time, that famous time in 88 or 89, whenever it was, when that hurricane hit, we had no power for 5 days. You know, and it was just something, you just got on with it. You had your gas hob, you cooked stuff, you had dried food in, you know, you just got on with it. What if one of the Irish railways ran day out with Thomas events? Well, they run their Santa trains and stuff like that. I know it's not Thomas, but I mean, they get booked out straight away. Anyone who runs a Santa train gets booked out straight away. Timber Surf, good evening, Timber. How are you doing, sir? What are you getting? We'll have to wait and see. Get a Jones Goods, very Celtic. Yeah. What are you buying yourself? Another model for Christmas? Maybe. Oh, I'm not saying what I'm getting. You know, I know it's arrived at the northern address today because I got notification of that. So, I may have it for next Thursday, or I may leave it for after Christmas to see. I know my daughter has ordered some stuff for me, and it looks like it's not going to be coming. Something's gone on with the supplier, so we'll wait and see what happens there. It was windy and cold, but reached 63 miles per hour in Stafford when I was at work. Never seen anything like it. How fucking tall is your room, Mark? The ceiling in here is, I think it's 20 foot. It's a big arch ceiling. The room, because of the height of the ceiling, it looks really impressive. Well, hang on. That tree is 3 meters. So it must be 5 meters. Yeah, so it's about 15 foot. It's not 20 foot. It's about 15 foot. It's a big vaulted ceiling. It's a waste of space, really, because it means you lose a room upstairs. Her indoors not listening. You're saying got an elf on the shelf. Oh, we have an elf on the shelf. He's somewhere else tied up at the moment. Is Mark a mile behind the chat as usual? Yeah, probably. Oh, Graham's in. Good evening, Graham. How you doing? Just to practice stilt walking. But the thing is, when we moved into the house, the bulb was blown in here. And we had to get one of those extra big step ladders, which is fun trying to get it in here to put it up, to then get up to change the bulb. In case I'm going to handle traffic at the torch trade at your 9,000 to handle traffic. What do you know? Oh, Anthony's in the house. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Kyan. How you doing? Oh, you've sent it. How did you send it, Barry? Did you send it on Gmail? I've also got the fire lit in here this evening. So if you hear any crackling in the background, although you probably can't hear anything over the noise of these because they're sort of the older Hornby models and they're like 060s and 040s, little pocket rockets. They're very, very noisy. Yeah, I haven't got anything in my email, Barry. If it... Oh, let's check spam. Oh, Barry, you're in the spam. Oh, now you've just... I hate it when it does that. You go, not spam, and then it disappears on you, and you have to go and search for it in the main inbox. Right, that's going to download, and then I'll see if I can play it in a minute, Barry. He's not coughing yet. I've been coughing all night. Ivo Van Zon, good evening. Simon's only in yellow. It says I can't go to Glasgow as I couldn't possibly need anything else. Mahano RS2 Locos motor burned out, but there's replacements on eBay. Oh, good. Oh, Alan Reynolds is in the house. Hi, Alan. How far behind the chat am I? The wind's so bad they cut off the Liverpool first game. US, we have an S100 converted into Thomas. Ah. We're booked on the SVR Santa train on Sunday, so we're run for Santa's children. That's something we do at the museum as well. If there's any children with any particular needs, they want the music off, the lights on, or whatever like that, you know, they let us know what they want, and we do our best to, you know, help them out whatever way we can. Mark is getting poorer for Christmas. Yes, indeed. What dates you're? It's the same weekend as the Saturday and Sunday as Glasgow. I really need to put a post up on Facebook about it. John O'Donoghue, good evening, John. How are you doing? And Brian, Finnerton Central Model Railway is here. Good evening. Don't forget to post the link to your website, Brian. I know you've put some new stuff up on it. Oh, I was putting his Christmas tree in this weekend. Valerie, any advice on running an expedition? I'll let you know, Valerie, after I put mine on. Right, my chat is actually frozen now. So don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe if you're new here. Let me get back into the chat again. This is going to take me straight down to the end, which is going to be a bad thing. Oh, Hi's in the house as well. Good evening, Hi. So James Gibson, I see, is in as well. Hi, James. Hermitage Road's in as well. How you doing? Right, I'm back down. Let's take me down to the end of the chat, which I'm going to now look away for a second because I think this has downloaded. So I will try and play this video, and I will try to bring it in to the chat. All right, so this is Barry Walker's, which is, oh, come on. Is that playing? So this is Barry Walker's layout that he's building, and he says it has come on a bit since this video was taken. This was sent to me actually the end of November. And of course, those of you who don't know, Barry is Bernie's brother. I'm not sure if that is playing okay. It might be a bit jerky because the bandwidth is a bit iffy tonight. It's looking good, Barry. Drop me an email, Barry, again, and just let me know, would you mind if I put this up as a video so then people can watch it? Or maybe you're starting your own YouTube channel. If you are, let us know in the chat. We can put a link to it in. But it is looking good, Barry. It is nice. Bernie would be proud. So there we go. There we go, guys. It's missing the J Cloth Hills. Yeah, they got to come next, Barry, the J Cloth Hills. Oh, Jerry's off. The other half is demanding his presence. Stephen James, welcome to the chat. What we're running, it's 00 gauge, and what I'm running, it's just for fun, it's just a Thomas tonight. So we've got anyone who's just joined, we've got Devious Diesel pulling some of Gordon's coaches. We got Bill pulling some circus wagons. Of course, we got Thomas pulling Annie and Clarabelle. And what have I missed out? Oh, we've got Duck pulling a milk wagon and some of the naughty trucks or naughty wagons. Are you allowed to say naughty anymore? Is it PC? We'll just keep on with Cheltenham Crossways for the moment. Yeah, I go with that, Brian. We do miss him. I miss those live streams. Just like I think I only met Bernie once in person, and it was at an open day in Worley. And I was just there chatting, and he just came, "Oh, you're Donegal dad, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we sat down and we just chatted and gelled, and it was just such a great guy. Leslie's getting reminded to set up his lights. They're so fine, I can't solder the wires up and pull them through. Yeah, the wires on the lights I use are really fine as well. Excuse me, sorry. What I done, because they were so fine you couldn't strip them, is I actually had a candle and just burnt the insulation off the ends. I've subscribed and I hope Barry posts the video. Need to put a bit more weight in some of those circus wagons because they, oh, that one's dead. Let's pull out another Fanta lemon. Don't forget, Jason is on tonight after me. The stream will be redirected over to his channel. So I will be hopefully tuning in. I say the missus has gone out. Little one's in bed. Everyone else is amusing themselves. I've got the fire lit in here, so I can shut this down, kick off my shoes, sit back and watch Jason. We spent hours getting his competitions right. It was fun working with him. Those road micros are best. Yeah. Oh, sorry to do that, Lyndon. I hope they get to the bottom of that. That's not nice. Ending up with a blackout and confused. That must be absolutely horrible for you. Look after yourself. I hope you got someone with you. Well, Valerie's off. Timber surf. And then don't do train spotting from the edge of the platform. That's good advice, I suppose, Timber. It's not the soldering per se, it's the wires I'm starting to make up above. Yeah. Oh, I was going to get some videos uploaded during the holidays. My missus has started a new job there on Monday, and she's been told now that she gets 2 weeks off for Christmas. So I'm going to have her home for 2 weeks over Christmas. So there won't be much done on the layout as I was hoping on over the Christmas break. And Dad gets started to migrate now. One suggestion, run the train slower, they look even better. Yeah, that's the problem with these little Hornby ones. They're like pocket rockets. Because they're running on DCC, they've all had chips put into them, manually wired in. And because this layout isn't properly wired in yet, if you run them any slower, then they keep stalling. So normally when I'm running my normal stock in here, it is more, shall we say, prototypical speeds. But I say the Hornby night or the Thomas night is just for a bit of fun. I've got a Henry as well, but some of the coupling rods and that are loose, and I cannot find my little spanner I have for tightening them up. I don't know where it is. I've also got a James, which I thought I chipped, but it's not chipped. And I've got Emily and Edward as well. And I have a Gordon on the way. I've got a couple of Percys, but I've got none of them chipped. And I do have a Ben as well somewhere. Well, James Gibson's been working on scenery. Yeah, this time of year when you're working in the loft, it can take ages to dry out. You have a Henry as the loco, I think. Oh, Maura's working over Christmas. and then off the end of January. I'm going to work on our layout then. The sun goes everywhere with me except the toilet. Timber has several chips, best eaten with gravy. I don't know, I'm partial to a little bit of garlic mayo or pink sauce. Oh, Wolfsec, I'm having chips and curry. Yeah, Slimer says there, Lyndon, move slowly, no sudden movements. I've got some DCC work to finish. I love chips and gravy. Yeah, do you know, when I lived in Bristol, there was a chicken chain called Miss Millie's, similar to KFC. And their gravy, oh, it was amazing gravy. Now I've been back to Bristol and they've revamped the Miss Millie's and everything, and it's not the same anymore. But their gravy, you used to get a tub of gravy and some of their chips. Oh, you just sit there at the side of the road scoffing chips and gravy. Oh, Brian's just had fish and chips. That's one of those things that can be hard to get. Find a place that does decent fish and chips. A lot of places do fish and chips, but and he's off over Christmas. Come to think of it, he's off every day. Yeah. Lyndon says at his age he can't move fast. Kieran J94, good evening, sir. How are you doing? That's for Lynn's chips and a chippy, but they said they don't do glass, just potatoes. Cheese, and you put tea? Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a soft cheese. What's the cheese they put with a poutine? Where's Charlie? He would know. I'm annoyed I won't be able to work on Christmas and Boxing Day. I'm sure you are, Leslie. Newlands still do chips. I used to use a lot, so I think they still make chips, don't they? There's a place in it's a beautiful crisp fish, but terrible slimy chips. Yeah, it's just there's a Chinese that we get from locally, and sometimes you get the chips from there, and they're like, "Oh, they're fantastic," and other times it's just like, "Eh." It's one of the few things I do miss about Bristol is that you had some really good chippies, some really good kebab houses, and really good Chineses to go to. It's supposed to be curds and poutine. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Flemish fries. I'm afraid to ask what that is. Brian can find you something to do, Leslie. Oh, Hi's going to do his last live stream this year on December 17th. Somebody put up a link to Hi's channel there so people can subscribe. I'm back now. Is Gordon? No, Gordon won't be out. I may just carry on the Thomas theme for next week. There's what I have of Gordon. His running gear isn't, but I have a replacement coming next week. Stephen James, I installed half-speed motors, slow some trains. Triggers. That's not a bad idea, Stephen. That's a good idea. I used to cook chips in beef dripping, but can't use it anymore. Oh, yeah. Reheats are common, so it can be getting them at the right time. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Sitting under the lamps. Yeah, Hi does have a great channel. But you can help with my small trays. These for big chunky potato fries. Oh, Timber, what's wrong with you tonight? I went to an auto research shop, told the guy I need some chips repairing, said we only do cars, not trains. Good luck with overhauling them. Yeah, well, it shouldn't be too bad a job. Can anybody recommend a channel who's got a video on fixing the running gear on steam engines, model steam engines? Because that's something I struggle with. You know how you get steam engine that will run, and every couple of revolutions it will lock up, and no matter how I look at the running gear, I can't see where it's catching or figure out what it's doing wrong. So I don't know if there's anyone who's got a decent video on how to fix those. Rail videos in. Hi, good evening. Can't get smoked cod and letter, can I? Absolute disgrace. Markland Train Junction. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Can you make where you build a foldable table layout from start to finish? Foldable table layout. That sounds like a challenge. If I do, that won't be for a while because I've got to finish this layout first. Double O Bill. Yeah, that's a good point. I must actually look through his videos. You in the Growler Blackwood N-gauge layout. Good evening, sir. How you doing? I find it therapeutic. I don't, Brian. I find it, I want to throw it and smash it off the wall. It's not one of my most patients. James May did a vid. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Just rip the running gear off and say it's an experimental steam turbine. Repairs a lot of steamers. Right, I'm going to look at Double O Bill then. Quartering correctly is the bit that takes... Yeah, that is the fiddly bit. Chris, Valley 56. Good evening, Chris. How you doing? Send it to me, Mark. If I send it to you, Brian, I might get it back. I'll see it up on the website for sale. Look at N-gauge N-track for small, yeah. There you go, down does a smashing time with things against the wall. Oh, well, that just come off. We'll just leave that off for now. No, you wouldn't. I want to make a foldable table layout, but I don't know what I'm doing. See, it all depends what size layout, foldable layout you want, what scale you're using, and what sort of track plan you have in mind. There's so many variables. All I can say is give it a go because you'll learn as you go along. Like loads of us have videos out there on baseboards and track laying and things like that and track planning. And, you know, if you've got any questions, pop in here and we'll see if we can answer them for you. Yeah, Jenny Kirk's got a few on there as well. That's not bad. don't throw things at walls. I just bounce off going down. Okay, Andy, take care. Enjoy your walk with the dogs. Yeah, 10 minutes and I'll be shutting down the stream and we can all head over to Jason. Furmaster 212. Hello from the US, wishing a happy Christmas and a happy Christmas to you as well. Crunk it up, yeah. Not a cult. You can start making it next year. Well, if you got any questions, you want any help, come into the live stream and we'll see what we can do to help you out, point you in the right direction. Oh, I've got my little Jumbo Christmas. Wait for the duck to go by. I'm trying to get a little bit festive. There. Well, I suppose Devious Diesel is a gonk, isn't it? It is basically Class 08. Just back from Whitehead after doing an evening of Santa train rides. It's been a busy season so far. Hang on. The circus wagons are coming off one by one. Well, I hope it's going well for you. The old Whitehead Santa trains. My grandfather gave me a 00 Loco when I was a kid. It won't run on my HO track. Oh, is it? Meant for like 3-rail track, because HO and 00 track should be the same size. When are you streaming again? I stream every Thursday. Well, almost every Thursday. 7:30 Irish UK time in the evening to 8:30 or longer if Jason isn't on, who's the next guy streaming tonight. So if you subscribe to the channel, stick on your notification bell. Whenever I post, you'll see it come up. You'll get notified. Circus, I'm guessing they're clowning around on your head. Oh. Should call Jenny and Zoe the Cronkettes. No trying diesel doesn't like the frogs. Yeah, it's probably got very deep flanges. It's, the older stuff, so it probably rides up on it and shorts things out. You call them that then, Timbers. Yeah. Thanks for sending me that picture. When you see that picture and you look at her now, it's a big difference. You know, if only we could have somewhere for her to run and we can put her back in steam. No, as he says, some of his old US locomotives have running on a modern track. Especially the small ones. Have you got everything still running? So for next week now, I'll try and get, if I can find my little spanner I have. It's the little Hornby one, the little red one with the two socket bits at the end. I have one. I just can't find it. Once you put it some way, somewhere safe. We get Henry going. We can get Edward out, get Emily out. Hopefully I'll have Gordon going by then as well. So we'll carry on the Thomas theme next weekend. Yeah, she does look good now, and it's good to have her back home in Donegal. We're doing our best to look after her. We got her undercover, keeping her greased and oiled. There used to be a company used to produce replacement wheels for deep flange wheels. Maybe it was Exacto Scale, I'm not sure. Oh, really? Was there? I have one in the box beside me here. That helps you. Thomas Christmas, I like it. Yeah, because obviously next Thursday will be the last live stream before Christmas. So maybe next Thursday I'll be sat here with Bailey's as my drink of choice. That could end very badly. The stream will just end with me falling asleep somewhere. Oh, Digger's in the house. Hi, Digger. How you doing? Pizza cutter wheels, yeah. Oh, there's Flymo with the link. Exactoscale.com wheels. Well, I don't know if I will be streaming on St. Stephen's Day, Boxing Day. I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm not going to say I am. If I'm sober enough and I can do it, then I can't see why not. What's my next video idea? Well, the next videos are not going to be really until the new year. It's going to be working on this layout now, getting this finished off. So it's going to be the progress. Yeah, these wagons are all coming off one by one. So that's going to be the progress on here. And then there'll be odd ones from the museum and that sort of thing. So most of this is going to be finishing off the wiring and then into the scenics. Donegal Dad does Bailey's. Right, 2-minute warning, guys. So I'll start saying goodnight now so we can head over and watch Jason. Jason hasn't put anything up saying he's running late or anything before I shut down the stream. How do I come up with my video ideas? The videos are just building a layout. It's just, you know, starting from scratch and going up from there. And then you get odd ideas as you're building your layout and want to do something different. You know, I did do a video on how I sort of make my videos. If you look back at you'll find that. But it's all about planning. I have a little book, and if I have ideas, I write them in the back of the book, and then I just do a little plan of what I'm going to do, the intro, what I plan to do, mark it out, film it, and edit it. So filming and editing it just takes ages. I thought George Carlin did the best Bill and Ben from Thomas. What a fun layout. Yeah, we still sound Drumbo's whistle every so often. It reminds me I have a part to get for the compressor. There's a company that turns down the flanges on a lathe, but the service start 40 plus quid. I hope that's not per wheel. Oh, Digger has one. He'll do it for 30. Joshua's off to Carl. Okay, Joshua, take care. I'm going to be finished up now shortly. Well, there we are. It is 8:30. Jason's just wrote in the chat, "Good evening, everyone." So I guess he's going ahead. All right, I better come off so everyone can head over to Jason. So I'll see you over there shortly. Take care, guys. I'll be back next Thursday, hopefully all being well. No video out this weekend because it's Christmas. I don't have time to do anything. So take care, everybody. I'll see you all next Thursday, and I'll catch you over in Jason's. Bye.